Hello and welcome to Sam's on Wrestling, and this is Fantasy Booking with Sam and Sam. This is the series where we either rebook old storylines, do things instead of, or we book current or different things, or in this case, we are going to fantasy book a stable, but they have to be a member from every single generation. So that's one from the golden generation, the new generation, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, from the PG era, and then someone from the modern era. So we're going to have 6-person stable. One from each era when they're at their peak in that era type thing. Because they're obviously, you take someone like Jericho, who's like, which era is Jericho from? And that's what we're going to do. So we're throwing it out to you. Could you, for us, book your fantasy stable, but one from each era? That's what we're looking for. So not any stable. So in the future, we'll just do a stable. But here it's one from each generation. If everyone could get a time machine, put them together, and then now on Raw from this point on, what will it be? Sam is here today. Hello, baby Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Now,
I've done a bad thing.
Yes, I've heard yours. So should we leave yours? Should we do mine to start with?
Because I've committed an international war crime in what I've done. And I feel like, let's save it so that the police won't come in and we can hear yours.
For some reason, I've gone quite serious.
Yes.
Quite real.
Which, compared to your football team, is
I
quite a change of pace.
I know, it's really, for some reason with football, Star Wars, I can't help myself. But for this, I went, no. I'm going to give people an opportunity.
Okay.
It was really strange. My brain just went and created a real... I don't know why.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to do my due diligence.
Let's get a super team. It's weird. With
Not
these
even
ones,
a super team.
with these ones, it's like your mind could go anywhere. So sometimes you just land on a thing and like you get the first person in and everything fits around it. Was that kind of what happened with yours?
It was really strange.
Yeah.
I just suddenly went, no, I'm going to go for this one. And it was like quite straight-laced.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with, right? So I'm not going to do it in order of gold and new, however. I'm going to do it in terms of the people who are important. So we're actually going to start off with the leader. Yes, we're going to start off with the leader. And they are regarded as mainly from the PG era, is my leader.
Okay.
And they are the voice of the voiceless, giving voices to a new stable. I have picked CM Punk as my leader of my very cool team. And I thought he needed a leader because I think his Shield thing would have been better if they had actually done it. In the end, Shield being separate was the better decision. His straight edge society stuff was really good, and it kind of was with new people. So I looked at it and went, do you know what? Punk is tough, but in reality, this is Punk as a heel.
Right.
So this is when he's kind of like, do the work for me. So I need people to do the work for CM Punk. So CM Punk's going to be the voice. He's going to be vocal. But obviously, when you have someone as vocal as him and trying to hide behind people, you need someone very cowardly. Okay? But this is going to be quite a tough group. So I need his other voice to be quite cowardly. His manager, who I have taken from the golden era.
Oh, okay.
I am pairing CM Punk, and his right-hand man is Bobby Heenan.
Oh, that's a belter.
Could you imagine the pair together?
That's a belter, Sam.
Punk does his spiel about what he wants, what he's going... Because this team, I'm going for all the belts.
Sure.
They're going for all the belts.
Okay.
I've got a Heenan family-esque. He's going for all the belts. Punk obviously going for the world title. But then Punk does his spiel about what he wants. Could be straight edge again, whatever. And then Bobby comes in with his stuff. Bobby could be on commentary at the same time. Oh my God. Could you imagine the pairing? What do you think of that pairing?
Oh, it's a belt. I'm already sold on the faction. It's not even a faction.
I know.
This is a great start.
Now, obviously, we're going to need someone who... We're going to need a tag team. Because you always should have some sort of tag team. Now, obviously, when you're booking a tag team and you take people from different eras, you're like, damn. Because they're not going to match.
No.
So I've got to work out one. Right, we're trying to elevate talent. But we also need them kind of stalwart type people as well. So I've got a tag team for you. Okay? One from the Attitude Era. And one from the modern era.
Interesting.
Now imagine this guy's as a tag team. They're heel tag teams. And remember, I want CM Punk to be protected. Because he's being cowardly, dastardly heel.
Yeah.
His long hair, long garb sting. And also Heenan is a massive heel. So you need strong people. Think about Heenan's family. He had a lot of big, powerful people to defend him, didn't he? So it does work. So here is my tag team. From my Attitude Era, I have got the world's most dangerous man. It's Ken Shamrock.
Oh.
Think of who you want to bodyguard CM Punk.
Then that'd be
You
alright.
put behind Ken. Think about it. Every time someone comes at the Punk, just stands behind Ken Shamrock.
Be alright, wouldn't it?
Oh my God! I think it's the perfect person to put next to him because they wanted when they were doing like his new thing before they got the Shield. They wanted the Big Show.
Oh.
And
Brian. Yeah.
Now, Brian, I understand, but the Big Show one is like, really? It's like, really? I don't think Big Show needs to be in a stable with Punk. I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
But could you imagine Ken Shamrock?
Oh, yeah. Because I like it.
And the idea that the only person who could control this wild man is Punk. So that's the thing about, because Ken Shamrock was like dangerous and he goes crazy, but he worked for Vince. I'm like, well, let's have him working for Punk. But he needs a tag team partner because he's not, I've never seen him as IC title because he's not good enough in the ring and stuff like that. So you're going to have to put him with somebody else. And I've gone for someone younger who's almost like his mini protege. I've got Pete Dunne.
Makes sense.
Look at that little tag team. Could you imagine that bruising
it's
kind of
a smaller
tag team?
version of Ken Shamrock.
He can do the selling if they need to do selling. You know, Ken Shamrock got a hot time, so if they ever turn babyface, they could work together. Could you imagine this environment? One to work in the hands, one work in the feet.
Oh,
so literally, they can't. What a tag team!
Great tag team.
And again, Punk could be like going, "I am taking this young man." And I think that would really, really, really work.
Yeah, I'm on board.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Okay, but obviously, if you're going to do a tag team, I want to do a modern tag team. I want to do a modern stable. And a modern stable should always have a woman in it. Because every stable that's added a woman, it has never necessarily gone downhill. Okay? Think about the right to censor. When they put Ivory in there, that just elevated it to a different level.
Yeah.
So we need someone to dominate the women's.
Yeah.
Because we can't have them be cowardly. It makes no sense. They need to be strong. This team needs to be full of strong people to defend Punk and Heenan. So who is someone who I could have is super, super strong as a woman, who can dominate the women's, have that title. So I've got tag team champions. I'm going to have a women's champion. They're from the Ruthless Aggression era. It's Victoria.
Oh, you've gone for all the unsung heroes, the underappreciated.
Yes, look at this thing. It's perfect because Punk is raising and Heenan raised these people.
Yeah.
And they would... This faction would get over and you've made massive new stars. Think what they were trying to do with Edge's initial Judgment Day thing. It was Priest and it was Rhea Ripley. That's what I've got in my head. I went, let's do what Judgment Day was meant to be. Edge leading it. Put a new mouthpiece with Edge. I don't know who mouthpiece could be at this modern era because it's just Heyman. That's all you've got. And then Amanda Estrada. And then have these people getting built. And Finn Balor would have worked really well there as well. So there, I've got Victoria dominating it.
Nice.
But... in a stable, I've thought long term, Sam.
Sure.
Because at some point you need a breakout star. Okay? And at some point you need someone with a lot of charisma. And a lot of... people are going to start cheering. So they're going to start really well as a great heel, but not quite fit.
Okay.
Because, they're going to... think about The Rock in The Nation.
Yeah,
works at first. Yeah, works at first, but then eventually it doesn't work. They shouldn't fit and all that jazz. And I was thinking, who is the best person to go against Punk, kind of go against Punk's ideals and break out with his new gimmick, would be his old gimmick or whatever. So they're from the new generation.
Okay.
And my person who would be kind of the Intercontinental Champion type thing, but then eventually would push to the main event, a man who never won the world title in neither the WWF or WCW.
I think I know who this is.
Who you got?
Mr. Perfect.
No, too small.
Okay.
Doesn't work in the initial aesthetics.
I'm intrigued.
I would love it. You're right. But he's too good. I don't think he would work. Perfect has to be on his own or just Heenan.
No, I get you.
This person to sit in a group, at first you think he's big, he's powerful, he's strong, he's tall, and then as a heel, and then just starts getting over as that babyface. I've gone for Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
Did he never win a WCW
Never
title?
won a WCW title. And just think about it. At first it worked really well, and you've got Razor Marone trying to... Marone? That's his new gimmick name.
Yeah.
And Punk is trying to build him up, and he wins IC title, and then suddenly he gets bigger and more popular. And he starts being a bad guy, and Punk going, that's not how we do things, and stuff like that. And being cool. And that's your breakaway. That's your new mega star that I thought. And there is my cool new stable for the modern era.
Wow.
And as much as it's not funny, which is very normally on brand for me, I looked at it and went, I like it. I think it would get all of them over. They would all win titles, and you'd be happy with all of them being champions. They would get better, and they would have better runs by being in this group than they would have done in their actual original group.
Do you have a name for the faction?
Punk's penises. I don't know.
Great name. No, I didn't know if you had
I actually didn't. Do you know what? At no point did I go, this stable needs a name.
Never mind.
At no point did I think, this is going to be really important.
I think Punk and Heenan could probably come up with a name. I think it'd be fine.
Heenan!
Jesus. I like it, Sam.
I actually think we'll play on the Heenan family and say the Punk family. And that's the idea of the Punk going the head of the family type things, like Roman Reigns type thing. And I think that would really work. That is my stable from each generation. I've really overthought it. But what do you think about my stable? Put it in the comments. What do you think about Sam's stable? But apparently the world is about to burn.
Are you ready for this?
I have no idea what's coming here. I'm really excited.
I want.
I now wish I put Mr. Perfect in mine.
Yeah. So I want you to picture this as you're watching now, and this is coming to your screen next week.
Okay.
And this is going to be the foreseeable future.
So July of 2025.
Yeah. And just picture this as a fan.
Okay.
For you.
I'm a fan. I'm in the audience.
So this faction is called the People's Crew.
The People's Crew?
Oh, yes. They are people of the people. They are the fan favourites of the WWE universe and represent what everyone wants to see. So, first of all, from the Golden Era, we've got Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God,
Sergeant Slaughter as one of the top guys in there. I'll just list out the participants.
So you're gonna tell me all the participants, and then you're gonna tell me what you're gonna do with them. Is that what
Absolutely,
you're doing?
that's entirely.
Okay. Already, this faction is nonsense.
Okay, so from the new generation, we've got Mabel. We've got Mabel and Sergeant Slaughter. It's a lovely little start to our fan favourites. You kind of see where I'm going with this one.
You picked the worst people from each generation.
So from the Attitude Era, we've got X-Pac. We've got X-Pac because obviously every faction needs X-Pac.
Do they say we the people like Swagger and Cesaro?
They might. This is definitely a direction we can go with. So Ruthless Aggression Era, we've gone JBL. We've got JBL Sam, Prime WWE Champion. JBL is in this faction, but it gets even better, Sam, because I've done a mini cheat for the PG section. We've got two entrants. But what we've done is we've got absolute prime coal miner, Vince in his ear all the time, heel, Michael Cole. And we've got prime authority heel figure, Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, God.
And then, for the modern era, I've gone with Jinder Mahal and Charlotte Flair is my faction. Sam, this is a faction of the people. This is a group. Each episode of Raw, they will have a 20-minute promo at the start of each show. Every single Raw. Michael Cole and Stephanie McMahon will do commentary every single show alongside Byron Saxton and David Otunga. As a four-way booth. JBL is the WWE champion for 1,317 days, just to surpass Roman's reign.
Of course.
And Jinder is the World Heavyweight Champion forever. Just forever. He will forever be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Doesn't he break JBL's, or is it only JBL's breaking the WWE title? Is that what it is?
They're both equal, Sam.
Because Roman's was the Universal.
Yeah, but technically... Don't ask questions, Sam. Don't ask questions. They don't want you to ask questions, and neither do I. Just accept it for what it is and cheer, damn it. You will like it. Then we've got Mabel joins the Cruiserweight division. Under Stephanie's orders.
Please tell me he's under a mask.
Yeah, El Mabeldor.
El Mabeldor. He likes purple.
Exactly.
He does, yeah.
Mabel is the Cruiserweight champion forever as well.
The Cruiserweight champion get brought back? I'm a fan.
They created the division for Mabel. He weighs enough for an entire division himself. So he is the Cruiserweight division. Mabel has matches on his own consistently in purple ropes every week because he is purple.
He's a walking Cadbury.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's fantastic. And then, Sergeant Slaughter is both United States Intercontinental and he is also both halves of the Tag Team Champions because he is patriotic. And yes, that's all I've put for him. And also, Charlotte Flair is the WWE Women's Champion. She's the Women's World Champion. She's the Women's IC Champion. She's the Women's US Champion. And she's Tag Champions with Stephanie. But Stephanie never gets in the ring because we can't have Stephanie getting comeuppance.
Charlotte can win on her own anyway.
All handicap matches, but Charlotte's not champion forever because she loses it every single week to either I've got down Natalia and Tamina, her feuds. She loses them every week to them and then wins it the next week back. So now she is a 237-time world champion.
I think you've missed a trick here. I think she's losing it to the wrong person. She should be losing it to Eva Marie.
Eva Marie, of course.
100 Sami Zayn.
We can bring her in and build her a little bit as well. Most certainly we can. And X-Pac, as per usual, is just there and is of no importance, but claims relevance and gets yet another Hall of Fame ring just by association. That is my faction, Sam. That's what I've done. How would you enjoy that? I think I've just hurt you.
You've named every single person from each section who I despise.
Some men.
Like, you know me so well.
I really do.
It's almost like you've gone, do you know what, Sam? I'm sick of you saying I'm wrong. I'm going to ruin wrestling for you.
I'm just going to hurt you today.
But you know the funny thing is, what you've missed the trick here is, eventually this is not going to work in WWE, because people are going to revolt.
Literally.
They will revolt.
No, I've tried to kill professional wrestling.
No. The problem is you haven't killed it.
Go.
You've made a stupid error, because the fans will revolt and then WWE will release them. Because they're old WWE guys, AEW will pick them up.
Oh, no.
And
this all should have been an AEW.
And call them the Pepley group.
No, just don't join the learning tree. I should have put him in there, actually. But yes, that's what... I literally thought, because I was going to do a botch faction. But
who's in your botch faction?
So I've got it under here. I had the Shockmaster.
Yes.
I had Nails. Nails is in there. I had Linda McMahon. I had the Great Khali. I had Sin Cara. And then I was struggling with Modern Era, so I went to Sasha Banks. And
she does botch.
She does botch, but that was the one where I thought, it's not that good. And then I just thought of X-Pac in my head, and I was like, that's the concept. X-Pac Go Away Heat was my faction, and I'm really proud of what I've done.
I want to cry at the concept of JBL being champion again. Everything else I could probably take.
Michael Cole, Stephanie McMahon, David Otunga, and Byron Saxton on commentary.
The thing is, though, I've lived through it.
Yeah, no.
I've practically lived through that.
True.
Charlotte Flair being 232. That's exactly what I'm expecting anyway.
237.
No. I've got to win the Divas title. And it doesn't count.
It doesn't
count because she's absolved them. Sam, I hate everything what you've just said, but I love that you did it.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Why are you trying to ruin my life?
I'm really scared that if Vince somehow takes over again, I've just given him his next pitch.
Well, there were so many rumours for months that he was going to do a brand new wrestling corporation on Fox and all that. And
I booked it for him.
Knowing Vince, he could probably resurrect Mabel.
He probably would have done it for the Saudis, wouldn't he?
I think he's resurrected himself. That's all I'm going to say. I reckon Vince died in '92.
No, the 07 thing was a shoot, so he came back, just stubbornly got out the car.
On flames.
Yeah.
Like Knight Rider.
Exactly.
Not Knight Rider. What's the guy who has a skull? I've forgotten his name.
Everyone has a skull.
No, he's flaming skull. He's on a bike. I've forgotten the name. I will put it here as if I was a comic book fan. Oh, do you know what? Those are our fantasy book stables. One person from each era. What do you think of Sam trying to hate wrestling and destroy professional wrestling? You're on a wrestling YouTube. Why do you want to hate wrestling?
Some men just want to watch the world burn, Sam.
Oh, I love Mabel as Cruiserweight champion. What do you think of my bruisers?
Your faction was quite good, I remember.
It is a really good faction. I want to do it on 2K25.
I was confused. I'll have a feud with them. Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining us. Who would you book? Would you want to do something serious? Want to watch the world burn? Please put in the comments below. What do you think of ours? And we will see you next time on another bit of fantasy booking. We're going to do a little bit more of these because they're just good fun. Just having a laugh, having a giggle, or maybe even being a bit serious. Rebook something that was rubbish.
Oh, certainly. We can do that.
We definitely need to do some rebooking of things. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sergeant Slaughter again. No!